innings. Let's head down to Tropicana Field now. Welcome in our colleague Mike Flanagan. And Mike, way back in 1976, you were the young guy trying to work your way through and gain consistency. As you look at this rotation, we all know that they have talent. How do they take it to the next step where they're relied upon as consistent pitchers?
Well, I think to do what they did like when Buck Showalter came in, really to rely on each other, to run deep into ball games, to pitch as deeply into games as possible, and to gain your experience, I guess, on-the-job training. So it's something that they're going to need to do collectively. I mean, really, Guthrie's the only pitcher in the rotation that's pitched over 200 innings in a season. He's done that twice, and the rest are going to have to join that club.
Mike, what is the mindset of a young pitcher who comes to a ball club? Because opening day, there's so much that is relying on guys like Madison, Bergeson, and Tillman, new guys, and Jake Arrieta. I mean, you were part of a special group that came up to you and Scotty McGregor. I mean, what is your mindset going into the season now when you realize all of the focus is going to be on you guys?
Well, I think for us going back at that time, it was fear. It was maybe fear of failure. I think we were all trying to feed off each other to learn as much about this job as we could possibly learn. How are you going to be able to compete again and pitch 200, 225 innings at the major league level without knowing your craft? And I think that's what they're going to have to go through at some point in this season. Some of them have started to go, and some are ahead of others. I would say Brian Mattis was ahead of some of the others in that respect, but you know, to gain another pitch, to learn how to hold runners, to do the little things that allow you to run deeper into ball games.
And Mike, we talk all the time about the pitchers who are coming. Zach Britton is certainly at the top of that list, and the Orioles are hoping that Justin Duchscherer will join this rotation. You mentioned the fear. There certainly has to be at least a couple of these guys looking over their shoulders, but now Brian Mattis has been scratched from tomorrow, so all of a sudden, before the first pitch is thrown, already there have to be alterations now to this rotation.
Well, there is, and there's been long conversations going on since this afternoon when we got the word that Brian Mattis would not be making the start tomorrow. So it seems like Zach Britton is back into the midst, or certainly back into the discussion to see where they go next. And again, it's going to be whether it's a long-term injury to Brian Mattis or a short-term, I think will determine who the starter is tomorrow.
All right, Mike, we appreciate the visit. Have a good time tonight. Opening day, nothing better. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Ben.